There's this invisible force field that protects pretty much everything you do online. Think about it, your banking, your texts, even just browsing the web. It's the silent guardian of our digital lives, and it's called cryptography. And every single day, you're basically performing a magic trick without even realizing it. You shout your deepest secrets across this giant, crowded room we call the internet. But somehow, the only person who hears it is the one you intended. It feels like magic, right? But it's actually just some seriously brilliant math. So that's the big question, isn't it? How on earth do your secrets stay secret? I mean, when your data is zipping through this crazy chaotic web of cables and servers, how does it possibly stay safe? The answer is literally what keeps your entire digital life from falling apart. And look, this isn't some abstract, high-level concept. We're talking about the code that protects you when you buy a coffee with your phone, when you log into your bank, or when you send a private message to a friend. It's happening constantly, all around us, right under our noses. Okay, so to really understand how this magic trick works today, we actually have to go way back and look at how it worked for thousands of years. The original method was something called symmetric encryption, and it had a simple, but, well, a fatal flaw. The idea behind it is actually super simple. Just picture a lockbox. If I want to send you a secret, I pop it in the box, lock it with a key, and send it your way. Then you use your identical copy of my key to open it up. Easy. It's fast, it's efficient, but there's a huge problem. How do I get you that key in the first place, right? If I send it in the mail, someone could intercept it, make a copy. If I just shout it across the room, well, then everybody hears it. This is the key distribution problem. And for centuries, it was the single biggest hurdle in secure communication. But then, in the 1970s, a group of mathematicians came up with something absolutely revolutionary, a total game changer that really makes the modern internet possible. It's called asymmetric encryption, or, as you might have heard it, public key cryptography. The genius innovation was this. Instead of one shared key, you now have two separate keys that are mathematically linked together. And this one little difference, that's the breakthrough. That's what solved the key distribution problem and lets total strangers share secrets safely. Okay, so here's how it works. Imagine your public key is like an open padlock. You can just hand it out to everybody, put it on the internet, whatever. Anyone can take that padlock and snap it shut on a box. But here's the magic part. Once it's locked, the only thing in the entire universe that can open it is your private key, which you never ever share with anyone. So Bob can lock a message for Alice, but once he does, not even Bob himself can open it again. Only Alice can. And this is exactly what's happening all day, every day. You know that little padlock icon you see up in your browser's address bar? Yep, that's your computer grabbing a website's public key, its open padlock, and using it to lock up your password or your credit card info before sending it off. Now, we've taken this whole padlock revolution even further. We've integrated it directly into the apps we use for our most private conversations. And this brings us to the era of end-to-end encryption. With apps like Signal or WhatsApp, those public and private keys, they're generated right on your own phone. And this means the company, whether it's Meta or Apple, literally cannot read your messages. They just don't have the private keys. They're basically just the mail carrier, delivering a locked steel box that they have absolutely no way to open. But remember when I said your data is safe? Well, there might be an expiration date on that safety. There's a new kind of computer on the horizon, and it threatens to break, well, everything we just talked about. And that threat comes from the quantum computer. See, the math that's protecting you right now, it works because it would take a normal supercomputer millions of years to guess your private key. It's based on solving math problems that are just unbelievably hard for the computers we have today. A powerful quantum computer, though, it doesn't play by the same rules. It can essentially try all the possible keys at once. Experts are warning that within the next decade or so, a machine like this could crack our current encryption standards in a matter of hours. And this has led to this really terrifying new strategy. Hackers, even governments, are stealing massive amounts of encrypted data today. They can't read it yet, of course, but they're storing it, just hoarding it, waiting for the day they have a quantum key to unlock all of our past secrets. But the good news is the good guys are fighting back. The race is already on to build the next generation of our digital shields before this threat becomes a reality. We're already starting to roll out what's called post-quantum cryptography. These are basically new kinds of math problems, new algorithms that are designed to be secure even from a quantum attack. And big companies, Apple, Google, Signal, they're already upgrading their systems to these new, future-proof standards. Because ultimately, this is a never-ending battle. Cryptography isn't just a single invention. It's a constant arms race between the people who build the shields and the people who try to break them. It's a silent and visible war that keeps our entire digital world spinning. And so that leaves us with a really critical question, one that affects the future of all of our privacy and security. As quantum computers get closer and these new defenses are being built, you have to ask yourself, who is going to win this next all-important round?